morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. So, children, let's start our class. So, children, in the previous classes, we have discussed about the metro cities. Okay, the 4 main cities. What are they? Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, and Chennai. And in today's class, we'll learn something new. What something new? About the education or the living, the means of occupation, means of transport, means of communication, we have already discussed. About the cities also we have discussed. Now, life of early man. So, now we are living in a different lifestyle. Okay, nowadays technology, media, all have in power or in developed stage. But in the previous days, nothing was like nowadays. Yes or no? So we'll discuss about the life of early man, how people used to live in earlier days. So you see the pictures, how the people live. Nowadays we are living in houses, but in previous days, in early days, they are living in caves because they don't know how to make houses. Okay, then they don't know how to cook food. So they used to eat the fruits or raw flesh of animals. Okay, so all these things we'll discuss in this chapter. So the life of the early man was very difficult. Okay, and very different from modern man or how we are living nowadays. Okay, the early man lived in thousands of years ago. He used to live in jungles. Okay, then where full of animals in jungles, animals are also there. So to protect themselves, the early man, what they will do? So to protect when the wild animals came, or it rains, or it hurts during the sun during the daytime. So they used to live in caves to to protect themselves. Then the main problem was at that time food, because they don't have home. Nowadays we are living in home, we are just storing food items, but at that time they don't know all about these things, no. So that if they protect themselves living in caves, but all the time they cannot live in the caves, no. They also need food. How they will get food? So they have to move in the jungles to collect fruits, and whenever the fruits, they will get whatever the fruits in the trees, if they'll eat 1 day, 2 day, 3 day continuously, so from that tree the fruits will be finished. Yes or no? So what they will do? They have to move forward. So they cannot live in one place, in one cave. They have to move in search of food. Then if they are not getting any fruits, so what, in hunger, whatever mummy will give, that tastes good. Yes or no? So at that time they don't have food, then they just in hunger, they hunt animals, and they don't know the use of fire, no? So they eat raw flesh of animals. Okay, so whatever they get in the jungles, they eat and feed their and fill their stomach. Okay, so they have to move in the jungles in search of food, because at a time all one area they finished all the fruit, then they have to move another area. Then when they don't get any fruit or food, they have to hunt animals. How? In bare hand they can hunt animals? No, the animals will eat them up. Yes or no? So how to kill? They don't know the use of tools. So they use what? Sharp stones. The element found it is difficult to take out roots of plants from the ground and to kill animals. So he started using stones to kill animals and to dig the ground. He noticed that the stones with sharp edge were more useful to digging and killing. Okay, so how to kill the animals? With the sharp stone, they can kill the animals easily. So slowly, with the stone, they started making tools like hammer, chopper, axe head. He used these tools for cutting, striking, and scraping, just like a knife. Okay, so later he also made tools from bones. when he ate up the flesh of animals, the bones are left over. So he started using the bone of animals as tools. Then the stone tools changed for the life of the early man. Now he could hunt easily and protect himself against wild animals. As most of the tools are made with stones, this age is called Old Stone Age, because they don't know the use of metals. They use the tool of stones. So this period is known as Old Stone Age. Early man had no clothes to wear. He used to wear skin of animals or bark of trees. So they don't have any clothes. They don't know how to make clothes. So when they feel cold, so what they do? When they eat up the flesh of animals, they use the bones as tools and use their animal skin for as their clothes, and they also use bark of trees as their clothes. Then how they discovered the fire? Actually, no one exactly say when fire is discovered. Okay, sometimes what happen, you must have seen in the news that in the jungles it created a fire and most of trees are burned. So who have lighted the fire? No. So sometimes when heavy wind blows or heavy storm is there, by the rubbing two trees, when the two trees are touched together, that also create fire. So that is called jungle fire. कभी कभी जंगल में आग लग जाता है, कोई नहीं लगाता, ऐसे ही पेड़ से पेड़ घिस घिस कर आग क्रिएट होता है. ठीक है. तो early man was afraid of fire. When first time he saw the fire, he was like, what is this? It's so much hot. जब आग, वो लोग तो आग का यूज पता नहीं था, देखे नहीं थे ना. तो फर्स्ट टाइम जब जंगल फायर दे saw, so they were afraid of. He observed that the wild animals too were afraid of fire. So आग देख के जैसे ये लोग भागे, एनिमल्स को भी वो हिट हुआ ना, आग लगने से जल जाएंगे वो लोग, तो वो भी भागने लगे. So he noticed that the fire is very useful. The wild animals are also afraid of fire. One day he tried to light a fire with the help of spark of jungle fire. He added dry leaves, twigs, grasses to keep it burning. तो जब जंगल में आग लगा था तो वो उसमें सूखा पत्ता डाल के उसको जला के रखने की कोशिश करने लगा. Then soon he discovered that fire could be made by rubbing two stones together. It could also be made by rubbing two bamboo sticks together. So he got the idea that we can create fire. Okay. So early man found that fire protects him from cold. He used to light a fire and keep it burning so that the wild animal would not come near him. तो उसको पता चल गया आग से एनिमल्स भी डरते हैं. तो he just invented how to create fire. By that he can protect himself from cold and wild animals. Okay, now when the jungle fire is there, some animals are burnt in fire. So when he saw the animals are burnt, he used to eat flesh of animals, na? So he took that burnt animals and ate, and it tastes good. Okay, क्योंकि वो कच्चा मांस खाते थे, अभी यह जला हुआ मांस खाए तो टेस्टेड लगा. तो they also get idea to cook food. Okay, at that time they don't have utensils, so they started to cook his food by roasting it in fire. उनके पास तब बर्तन नहीं था ना, तो कुकिंग करेंगे. So they started roasting the flesh of animals in fire. वो आग में रोस्ट करके खाने लगे, क्योंकि ये टेस्टियर था ना. पहले कच्चा मांस खाते थे, ये टेस्टियर लगा. So you know how to create fire, that he know how the fire protecting from cold and wild animals. Now he started to cook food by roasting it in fire. So fire was so important that he began to worship it. So उसको लगा ये बहुत ही हेल्पफुल है, तो उसको वो पूजा करने लगे. ठीक है. So this is all about early man 1. In chapter early man 2 will more discuss about how he know farming, how he know rearing, how he know how to make houses. Okay, how to make means of travel or transport. Okay, in the second chapter, next chapter we will discuss all about that. You read the chapter. If any doubt, you ask me in the Zoom class. I will make it clear. Okay, children. That's all for today. Thank you.